Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to just film a very short video telling you guys what you should take with you on vacation if you're taking your sugar gliders with you. So let's just dive right into it. First of all, I'm sorry if my voice sounds congested. I've been dealing with a very persistent cold for the last almost 4 weeks, so sorry about that. But I hope you can still understand me and you don't mind too much that the voice sounds a little bit congested. So let's just dive right into it. I took my gliders with me only once on vacation. Usually if I have to leave the place for a couple of days, I will just leave them here, and I'm going to film a separate video on what you should do in that case. But I also took them with me on vacation when I traveled to my home country, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that and about the items that you should consider taking with you if you want to take your Suggies with you on vacation. So depending on the ride, if it's going to be a long ride or a short ride, I have two different traveling containers, cages, whatever you want to call them for them. One of them is for short travels. Usually when I take them with me to the vet, I've showed you this in a few of my videos. I think it's just this one right here, and you can open this up and put the Suggies in there inside of their pouch. Honestly, this would be the safer option for a car ride because it is a bit more sturdy. So if it's possible, I would prefer this one over the bigger one. But when I'm traveling to my home country, it is an 8-hour ride usually, and I don't want to risk them waking up and having so little space. So when I go to Romania, usually I take the big cage with me. I'm not going to be able to fully open it. I think it's this one right here, and it is actually a dog crate. You spring it open and it's pretty big, and I wouldn't mind them waking up during the car ride and playing a little bit because they have enough space in here. For longer car rides, I take the big cage with me, and that way I can make sure that they have enough space to stretch out if they wake up during the car ride. Doesn't really happen. I've only took 2 rides with them, one to the home country and one back from the home country. But it worked really well, so that's that. Also, when you take them with you wherever, you need a pouch for them, or more pouches depending if they're introed or not, which mine are still not, by the way, in case you guys are following the vlogs. I haven't been persistent over there either because I'm sick, sorry. But you need a pouch. Put them inside the pouch, and when I put them then inside of the transporter, whichever it is, I just leave the pouch open. If not, I will close it, zip it closed. But I honestly do not recommend you take your gliders with you just inside the pouch during a car ride, simply because if you keep them on you, don't leave them outside, like inside of the car, outside of the pouch. Please don't, because they can get scared easily and then they can hide somewhere and you might have to dismember your car to take them out. That's a really big risk. But don't take them inside of the bonding pouch, only if it's possible, because if you have them on you inside of the pouch and they're like here and then something happens, God forbid, but still maybe something happens, and then the airbag is going to inflate, it will very probably hurt your gliders. So the safest bet is to put them inside of a sturdy container in the back of the car and just secure them in place, and that's that. So much for the containers. Second thing I did was take food with me. I prepared fresh food in the evening, the day before I went on vacation with them, and I put it in separate containers. I took with me about as much as I would need for the vacation plus 2-3 days just to make sure, and I just kept it in the fridge and took it fresh with me the next day because it was a really long car ride. I have a cooling bag over here that I like to put their stuff in when I go for a longer ride, and it has 2 inserts. You put these inside of the freezer for 24 hours. Then you put them inside of the bag, and then you add anything you want to keep cool. In my case, it was their food. And then as soon as I arrived over there, I just put the whole food in the freezer so it would stay fresh for the whole vacation. And that's that. Then I also took some mealworms inside of a small container just to have some snacks for them, but that's optional, especially with the SGS2 diet. You don't need to serve mealworms, they're just a little snack anyway, so you don't have to do that. Don't forget to take snacks with you for your Suggies because they love snacks. Don't forget to put them in little containers. You don't have to carry the whole bag with you. I have these little eggs from the Kinder Surprise eggs, and that's where I put my snacks, either when I'm going out for a short ride with them or for a longer vacation. And usually I take with me at least the yogis, but sometimes other stuff too, depending. And yeah, this is where they go into. Don't forget to take some toys with you just in case they wake up during the car ride or whatever, and I suggest you use something very interesting to them. In my case, that would be the snacky mice. They really love them. I would add a mix of dried fruits and stuff in here and just leave it inside of the transporter for the whole car ride, and if they wake up they have something to play with. And then I would also add some other toys that make a little bit of noise just to keep them entertained so that they don't get too bored. I know that there is the option in the US to purchase a travel bag for Suggies. What is it called? I think it's called the Weekender from the Pampered Glider. I'm pretty sure that's the name, but I don't have the possibility to just order it online because I live in Europe, so I have to use these things. But if you purchase the Weekender, I think it also comes with a small wheel for them. That's awesome, but I don't have that option, so I can't do it. Other items that you want to take with you are stuff you might need in case of emergency. In my case, I like to take eye drops of single use with me in case they get injured or anything, just to have something to clean the wound up with. And then I also like to take some drops with me in case they get ill and get an UTI, because, well, honestly, I haven't had that problem for over a year now. But when I'm at home, usually I like to put some cranberry juice instead of their drinking water. But when I'm away, it's not that easy to procure that, so I have these drops with me for emergencies. And then also some pumpkin puree in case they get constipated or have diarrhea. This is just baby food pumpkin puree. There's nothing else inside, so if I would have that emergency, I could give them this. And of course, the last thing is, if you take them with you on vacation, you have to make sure that the cage is of an appropriate size, the cage they live in, and depending on how many days that's going to be, you need a bigger cage. I am going to try to insert a picture of the cage I have for my Suggies when I'm with them on vacation. I have a separate cage for them over there. It's about, I think it's about a third of the size of this one right here. At the moment, going on vacation with them is not a possibility for me. That's why I did not go this year, because two of my gliders, Lily and Oreo, are a bit more difficult to introduce to each other because Oreo is very stubborn and does not like Lily. Still, normally I would need a cage big enough to house 4 gliders for a couple days and just, you know, keep them entertained, not that they're just kept close in a very tiny cage. So that's that. For your vacation cage, I recommend you use mostly what you would use in a normal cage. Especially if it's a smaller cage, I do suggest you take a wheel with you. I only took 1 wheel with me on vacation of the 2 I have, but since I do plan to replace the 2 stealth wheels with freedom wheels, I am going to just take these 2 and send them off to Romania and just have them there in their vacation cage so that they can run around and have some fun. Also, don't forget to take your glider kitchens because it's going to still be messy. Make sure you have enough fleece or whatever you are using for the bottom just to be able to clean the cage regularly. Like, really, it's just like if you would have a normal cage, because it is a normal cage, don't forget to take all of these items that you would need at home as well. Maybe not as many, but still a couple of toys, a wheel that is safe, and something for the bottom of the cage. Don't forget to take those. And also, of course, I almost forgot, a water bottle. If your Suggies wake up during the car ride and you want to serve something, I suggest you take with you apples, slices of apple, and just keep them closed in a Ziploc bag. And in case they wake up, just serve that to them. Hopefully it's not going to be a very long ride. If it is, you can always take out your food if you have it in a little cooling bag like I do and put it inside of a bowl. That's not going to be a problem either. But when I did it, I just had a couple slices of apple with me, and they did wake up during the car ride once, and I just gave them a little bit of apple to munch on. It keeps them hydrated. It does not go bad as fast as other fruit, and that's just ideal. But of course, as soon as you're there, you should give them their staple diet. And some people have asked if it is an option to just feed them baby food for a prolonged period of time. In case of emergency, I would say it's better than nothing, but if you can avoid it, then please do. It's better if you just serve them fruits and vegetables freshly cut without the vitamins, I think, than just serving them baby food. Even if it doesn't have any condiments or anything in it, it's still better if you feed them fresh fruits and vegetables. And in case of emergency, just leave the vitamins out for a couple days. They can do without. They should not. If it's avoidable, then please avoid it. But that's just, in my opinion, better than feeding them baby food. That being said, I do like to add baby food to their staple diet as a little snack every once and again, but you don't have to do that. That was about it for today's video. Nothing very long and special. I hope you guys enjoyed it still. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this one. My next video is going to be about what you should do in case you have to leave the house for a couple of days and the Suggies have to stay there without you, so stay tuned for that. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat if you want to follow us over there. I will add the links and names in the description box below. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!